Is there anything from a technology platform perspective that you guys have your eye on for this year? Anything that you think that's going to really turn the dial for your sales org?
Outreach was a big investment we made at the end of last year, right at the beginning of Q4. We loved Sales Loft. We loved the kind of white glove hometown service, but the beautiful thing about outreach is it took the wonderful aspect of cadences, and what it did was it maps with us, right, moving to this account-based motion, being able to visualize the SDR, to visualize everything that's happening right within the account, giving them a blueprint, letting them know, giving them all the data and intelligence behind opens and all those engagements, right? That type of intelligence and we call it smart selling, right? That was a natural evolution, and I think will provide our organization a nice lift.
What else have you noticed in terms of whether it's, the way that buyers want to meet, they want access to information? Are you noticing any trends in terms of how, requests that you're getting changing at all from the teams?
For sure. So again, this is very much linked to what I mentioned earlier. So there's a greater need for digital capability, and we know that and this is globally. If you look at S&P 1,500, I think it's only 3% of board members have marketing background, and so there's a huge discrepancy there, which then means the type of requests are can you help us bring capability into the board? Can you help us bring capability into digital capability into the business? So that's one type of request. Another one is around data. So that's huge. That's huge. Very clear shift since the pandemic is that this whole ethos of data-led decision making, that's becoming increasingly important for obvious reasons, and therefore the demand for data increases. And that again puts the CMO and the marketing in a really central role to be able to deliver that data and make it actionable for the business. So again, a sales team, we need to go in with data and we need to be insights led. You can bring incredible value, but actually, which then goes against the blocker, you can actually cross-pollinate. So you can almost be the connector between the marketing team, between the data team, between teams that are more related to innovation and creatives, bring external experts in, and you almost create this cross-functional team. You can involve finance, Zach, and you've got this cross-functional team of people, and in order to elevate marketing to the board.
So it's like, is it, just a problem becomes clear? Is it getting ahead? Is it usually a problem's already surfacing, or you're trying to get ahead of it?
Yeah, a lot of it is us getting ahead of it and building for where we want to see this thing go. And I think you and I talked a lot about this, but I'm a big tools-focused sales leader, but I do think they need to empower and enable the human experience, right? And so it's like, how do you guide the buyer's journey, while enabling, the people to do the right work at the right times, to make the big impact there. And so I do think we're figuring out how to drive, visibility around the platform, get people to the website. We want to have, a very kind of seamless conversion process at the front for very small customers. Like, how do we get them to transact and just sign up and get on the platform? And so we built kind of an SMB online sales team that we'll be putting into motion.